Okay, I'm clearing out the mess from earlier. We probably talked earlier, and if you saw earlier, there's a difference in the way that these are and the other ones that I have. And I'm not a fan of the jellies. Like, I'm going to clear up a few of these because I gotta pour some more and measure some more. See what's going on. Because the jellies that we made earlier, I told you guys I'd come back on. They are not turning out right. So I'm going to try again, and we're going to see how they turn out now, because I used a new consistent, like, yeah, I'm not a fan of that. The gels that I use, they are not my fave. So what I'm going to do is I am about to right now measure out some more. Measure out some more and then see like how they turn out, because to be honest, y'all, I do not like that gel, and I'm going to take that gel back because that's going to waste my product, and it's going to waste my time using using something that's not going to benefit the products, because I'm very picky about the texture. The texture matters a whole lot to me. So if the texture is not right, I'm not going to sell those items. So as you can see, the purple one, the texture's not right on that one. So I'm not selling that one. Um, if you were on here earlier, you saw me make the purple one. You also saw me make the blue one 2 days ago. But these purple, I don't, I'm probably not going to sell those, which means that they messed up. They messed up how I like to do my products. And it sucks when you order from a new supplier and the supplier doesn't give you, because one thing I care about is the texture of like when you touch my products, I want you to be able to feel and have and enjoy and the satisfaction in the texture. And that texture right there, for a picky pad, it's too much of a gelatin and it kind of makes it uneven. And so I was like, you know what? Let me start over. So I'm kind of mixing some over here, you guys. I'm measuring out some of my liquid, so it will take me a second before I get back on the camera and start mixing colors in. Right now, I am not doing that. Okay. It looks good. Let me show you what happened though. I want you to see it up close. The purple, the purple one, it actually, you see how it's more jelly-like? The problem with that is the consistency that it holds the beads. Like, it's not going to hold well, and it has a very oily texture. So I'm going to show you this one. Let me show you the actual ones that are done correctly. So this one, for instance, it's a different material that's used. If you notice, I could take my hand all across that, no jelly movement, but I can bend this. I can bend it all types of ways. So this is the correct kind of material. So this one, I'm going to go ahead, probably honestly, and throw this one away because I am not a fan of that gelatin movement because it won't hold up the structure of the bear. Um, but I'll be back, you guys. I'm measuring out some of my original formula because I like that one. I'm probably gonna make the Texas picky pad. because the Texas one is my fave. All right. I know y'all hear that wind. For some reason, this part of Texas is very windy. Like I'm from the Dallas area, and so I wasn't expecting like near San Antonio to be so windy, but it is, and it's hot. So imagine that, you guys. Like the wind and the heat, it just slaps you in the face. Okay, right now I'm just about to, if you see the little mix that I have going on, I'm going to mix some color in there, add something a little different. And I'm going to make a Texas picky pad. I made one earlier, but I'm going to go ahead and make another one because I had to pull them out. They were the wrong texture. I also need to go get my beads. Hold on. I'm walking around getting all my material. I'm doing good. How are you doing? Oh man, I had a whole nother bottle. Okay, let me step out again, y'all. It's cracking me up because this is my ADHD at its best. Like I end up moving around all over the place. This gel, this gel is so thick. Y'all see that gel? The gel is super thick and it takes hours and hours for it to dry. Okay. Alrighty. So I'm about to put that one down. I think I'm going to cut on the light so it's a little bit brighter. Why is this camera so dark? Let's see. Weird. Okay. Why is this? Okay, there we go. All right, let me cut on another lamp. Oh, that's the blue light. All right, so I think that that's good enough, you guys. Let me go ahead and let me add some color. Let's play around with this, you guys. Let's see what we can create. Where are my gloves? Oh, those are really big gloves. Do you want to see them? You guys, look at my new bags that I have. These are the Gnomy bags that I take to the market with me. These are my fave. Like we just made a few of these. I just wanted to show them. They're on my wall over there, and you can't really get a full view of this space. Hold on. All right. As you can see, I have the Gnomies flyer. Hold on. Let me show you the one up here. All right. There we go. As y'all can see, that's the Gnomies flyer. So you'll just hear me talk while I'm getting set up, and then I will move the camera back down to the table so y'all can see that as well. What else do I need? To be honest, y'all, I really need to make some slime. I only have 5 slimes, so at our pop-ups we tend to sell out of our slimes. That is actually my best seller, to be honest. And I have, let me check. If you've seen my slimes, which I don't know if you guys have, which you should have. I'm going to put one on the table just so I can show it to you. But I'm pretty sure if you've been a follower for a while, you've seen probably my slimes. My slimes are the ones that everyone knows. That is what I'm going to show y'all. Let's see, what else am I going to do? Told y'all I'm getting ready, so my brain is trying to collect all the things that I need. Because when I sit down, I want to make sure to focus on the product. And with the Texas picky pad, I always have to get my stars. So I'm going to add my stars over here. I'm going to add that. I'm going to pull this away. I'm going to add that. Like I said, once I get set up, I will move the camera back down. I just wanted y'all to see. I don't like this one. Why is this one wet? Okay, we're not using that one. Okay. Hold on, getting some more stuff. Okay, let me get another bowl. It's a lot of work. A lot of work, y'all. Okay, now I'm gonna pull the cameras back down so you can see what I'm working with. Oh, you're new. Okay, so if you're new, you'll just see. There we go. We're going back down. Okay. It's gonna take a second for it to recenter. You're gonna see the slime then. Okay. We're going back down. Okay, so I'm gonna sit down now because I can actually I can start making product. Because I have everything set, which I'm so excited about because that took a while, you guys, for me to get everything set. All right. So, ooh, and I just knocked that over, didn't I? Let's pull this up a little bit. There we go. Does that make it to where you can see it in the camera? Let's see. Okay, we're going to pull it back just a little bit then. Okay. There we go. So now I have a little bit more room where I'm not sitting on my pink rug. All right, let's get started. Okay, so we are going to work on the Texas picky pads. And with that, I'm going to start by mixing this, which yes, it's clear. So you're probably wondering why I'm mixing it, but that actually makes sure both of the liquids go together and that there are no bubbles inside of it if I mix it. Thought my puppy was at the door. I was like, oh, Oh, she's whining. I was going to check on her. All right, so now that I've mixed it for just a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add color. So the Texas one normally is green, which I probably should make more green. I'm doing blue. Okay, so obviously I changed my mind really quickly on what color I was doing. I'm gonna do blue. And I'm gonna add some powder into the, ooh, I added way too much powder, but we're gonna add some powder into the blue. As you can see, now we're gonna mix that blue in. Watch how pretty of a blue that color turns. You see how pretty that is? Like I said, I mixed too much blue in, so I'm gonna have to keep going. It's gonna be kind of like a royal darkish blue. But look at that, it's gorgeous. Look at that color. Yeah, I don't know if y'all can see it, but oh my God, that's pretty. So I'm gonna keep on mixing that blue in. Now, this is really tricky because I'm going to put some beads in there, but I have to be careful not to put too many. That has water in it still. All right, I gotta be careful not to put too many beads in there. So I'm gonna put some in there. Oh, that just fell out. And I know that looks like a lot. It is. It's more than the other picky pads because the Texas one takes way more. It takes way more than any of them. So once I do that, I'm gonna go ahead. You know what? Let me put some. Yeah, I'll put some stars in. I'm gonna put some stars in on the heart. Okay. Okay, so now that I've put that stars, let's sprinkle some stars into the mix. So these are all gonna settle at the bottom of the picky pad, and then I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna put some more at the actual top of them. So I have to let it sit for about 2 hours before I actually come back and add more stars on top of it. But I'm about to actually put the blue in there so y'all can see. Okay. So again, I'm gonna mix it back up because I don't want it to sit. Look at that. That color is, my gosh, that's pretty. All right, so like I said, I'm gonna let that sit for literally 2 hours, and then I'm gonna come back to that one. And I do want to show you guys what it looks like. So this one is a different color, but it's still the Texas Picky Pat, still kind of the same model, but it's the exact same, just a different color. And you see how all those beads sit? This is the one that takes me the longest to make. But it's super fun when you get to pick at it. I'm not picking at this one because this is my sample one at the market that people get to touch on. So I allow them to actually pick the beads out. Let me exit out of this one.